Dubbed Black Friday in the United States, with millions expected to hit the shops. But in France, protesters are attempting to paint the country yellow. The so-called yellow vest protesters are planning more mass demonstrations across the country. They're angry that the French president has introduced a planned carbon tax increase, helping to push up fuel prices. Last weekend, 2 people died in the protests. Well, let's go live now to Paris and speak to Euronews' Brian Carter. Good morning, Brian. So tell us, what can we expect today and over the weekend from these yellow vest protesters?
Good morning, Isabel. Well, as you said, the yellow vest protesters are planning to turn Black Friday into Yellow Friday by protesting at different shopping malls across France, which kind of shows you the evolution of the movement. Initially, they were blocking roads and oil refineries, but in the last few days, they've been blocking and protesting at tax offices, highway toll stations, and now shopping malls. So it shows you that what started as a protest against fuel has really morphed into a protest against the cost of living. And a lot of these protesters are people that are really struggling to make ends meet. But the difficulty of this movement is that it is leaderless and that it is divided. And this is shown also about the demonstration here on Saturday. Some people in the movement believe that it's important for many people to come to Paris for a big demonstration, for a big show of strength, while others in the Yellow Vest movement believe that it's more important to stay local and continue their action day there. They also say that it's too expensive for them to come to Paris, and they're also afraid of the violence. And they're not the only ones. Authorities here in France are on high alert because there are no clear indication of where the protesters will be on Saturday. 30,000 people are expected, and amongst them some hundreds of violent agitators. Authorization has been given to them to protest at the Champ de Mars, that is at the foot of the Eiffel Tower. But many of those protesters say they disagree with that location and they want to hit more symbolic places like the Élysée Palace.
Well, very briefly now, Brian, but the French President Emmanuel Macron is expected to announce some new measures. Could these be seen as a victory for the Gilets Jaunes, the yellow vests?
In a way, yes. We're expecting Emmanuel Macron on Tuesday to announce new measures to make ecological transition more acceptable, more democratic. For example, by providing more state aids or discussing also the issue of fuel. But will it be enough to calm the protesters? We'll have to wait and see. What's sure is that this movement has shown that there's a big discontent with Emmanuel Macron, a president who's deeply unpopular here in France, and also showed a wide divide between rural France and urban France, and between the more well-off and the less well-off. Now, will they turn into a political actor of French political life? That we'll have to wait and see as well.